Hello, my name is Abhijit Dilip Karmalkar, and today's date is the 13th January 2022, and video topic today's video topic is the difference between assemble assembler, compiler, and interpreter. So, language processes is a compiler, interpreter, and translate program written in high-level language into machine code that a computer understands and assembles the translate program written in a low level of assembly language into machine code. So in the compilation process there are several stages to help programmers write error free code. Tools are available. Assembly language is a machine dependent language. So uh, it represents it instruction in it are not directly understandable by machine and high level in machine independent. A computer understand instructions in machine code. So the process is first one is a compiler. So compiler is due to compile a code to in a compilation section. The language process that reads the complete source program written in a high level language uh, as a whole in go and one go and translate it into equivalent program in machine language. In machine language is called a compiler. For example, in C++, C Sharp, and Java. So in compiler, the source code is translated to object code successfully. If it is free of error, the compiler specifies the errors at the end of the compilation with line numbers. When there are any errors in the source code, the errors must be removed from the compiler and successfully recompile the source code again. So next is the assembler. Assembler is used to translate the program written in assembly language into a machine code. Mm, and the source program is an input of any assembler that contains assembly language instructions. The output generated by assembler is the code or machine code machine code, so understandable by the computer. The assembler is basically the first interface that is able to communicate with a human and machines, so that the language is the same sort uh, mnemonize instructions like add, multiplication, uh, subtraction, division, and so on. And the assembler basically able to convert these instructions in binary code. So next is the interpreter. The translation of a single statement of the source program into machine code is done by a language processor and executes immediately before moving on the text line. Before moving on the text line is called an interpreter. So if there is an error in the statement, the interpreter terminates its translation process at the statement and display an error message. So the difference between compiler and interpreter. So compiler is a program that converts the source code of a programming language into executive machine code of a CPU, and interpreter takes a source program and runs it line by line, translating each line it comes to it. So these are all about compiler, interpreter, and assembler. Thank you.